Not gonna lie, I thought you were going to try to leave.
Why? Did you want me to leave?
No, never that. It's just on rare days you don't immediately go to the door.
Rare? Cole? Coco? If what's going on here is going on here, it better not be. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I'd like to play the demo for a game called You Make This House a Home. Monday, 9:38 a.m. It's actually Saturday, 1:30 a.m. Wakey, wakey. You better put in eggs and bakey at the end of that. It's time to start your day. My name is Espoir. It means hope in French, as in I hope that you're not going to jump scare me right now. You slowly come to your senses. There seems to be a fuzz hindering your memory, like a cloud around your thoughts.
Come on, Espoir. I've let you sleep in enough.
Oh, hi. You slowly open your eyes and suppress a noise of alarm as you're met with a tall, pale figure with dark clothes and jet-black hair gazing down at you.
There you are, honey. We're already running a little behind.
You're extremely confused, anxiously scanning the strange yet oddly familiar room.
I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I can answer them all at breakfast, okay?
Forced to listen to this man, you hesitantly nod, earning a toothy grin from him before he slipped out of the room. I don't like that in the title screen you were offering me pills with hair in it. Freak out. Stay as calm as you can. I will remain calm. It is good to remain calm in situations such as these. You close your eyes and take some deep breaths, opening them again when you feel ready to face whatever was downstairs. You get out of bed, your feet leading you towards the bathroom in your room. You had no idea that was there, yet it was like muscle memory. Uh-oh. Looking in the mirror, you feel a bit more at ease. You look at yourself deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong, somehow. I am feminine presenting. After freshening up a bit and feeling much steadier, you head downstairs. As you advance down the stairs, you're met with a pleasant smell of meat, as well as the soft sizzle of oil in a pan. Are these the bakey? The eggs and bakey? You take a seat at the table, not knowing what else to do. You see the back of the stranger, now wearing a baby pink apron that seemed a touch out of place with his entire aesthetic. You also couldn't help but notice the odd way stray locks of hair were floating over his head, as if stuck to the ceiling by the tips. Oh. You could hear him humming softly as he killed the heat of the stove and began plating the food. I'm gonna be seeing that when I go right to bed after playing this.
Good morning, Espoir.
Good morning, Pookums. You're presented with a surprisingly adorable breakfast. Aww. From what you could see, a golden brown toast, bacon, and a sunny side-up egg. He really did give me eggs and bakey, with odd specks and powders on the surface you could only assume to be various seasonings. You can't remember if you ate meat or not. Would it even matter?
You should eat. I think you'll enjoy it.
Time for breakfast. Itadakimasu. Oh, neat. Here you go. Yummy yums. Here you go, put it in the tums. Yummy delicious, yes. Yes, so delicious. Breakfast finished. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, honey. You're looking at me funny, so I'm sure you have some questions. First things first, my name is... You can call me Cole.
Cole? Oh, is it because your hair is jet black like coal? That's some hair day you're having there, friend.
Now that introductions are out of the way, what would you like to know, my dear?
Yeah, I'm very curious as to what you are, my friend.
Well, I already told you I'm Cole, but I suppose I should have known nothing gets past my clever Espoir. I'm not human, if you couldn't tell. I guess you could say I'm a monster of sorts.
That's not going to stop me from flirting with you.
Though it might be easier if you just think I'm a weird-looking person instead. When we first met, I was someone that did a lot of bad things.
Coco? Coco, what do you mean bad things, Coco?
You changed me.
What's going on with your hair? I have to ask.
Ah, yes, my hair. Static?
All right.
Would you believe that, my dear?
You kind of had to. He glances at your empty plate, as if double-checking that you ate it all. I did.
Would you look at that? You're all done with breakfast.
I wonder if there's a way that I could not eat that, just like throw it over my shoulder or something. He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water.
You're free to roam around the house and explore if you want.
Okay. You stand it from the table, feeling a little less uneasy now that you have food in your system. At least I hope that's all that's in my system, and your most pressing questions somewhat answered. Explore the house, stay put? Yes, look around. You decide to explore. Let's look around downstairs since we're already here. You look around, seeing a modest living room right beside the kitchen. The severe lack of walls was kind of unsettling. If you looked around at any point of the house, you could see everything with little to no obstruction. Oh, so it's like a studio. You spot a hallway besides the staircase that leads upstairs. A peek around the corner to see a door. The front door. Hey, honey, I'm just gonna go for a little stroll out front. Out front. I'm just gonna go get the milk. I'm gonna go get the milk. You glance over at Cole, who was still preoccupied in the kitchen, and tiptoe into the narrow hall. Ooh, it's a gloomy scene. Ominous, even. Where the door window should be was 2 wooden planks neatly nailed into the surface, as well as duct tape along the glass beside the doorway. It almost feels like you don't want me to leave or something. You see a small table with a drawer and a plant on top. Inside the drawer was a house key, random receipts varying from last year to the year before, and... Aww, a Polaroid. Aww. You see 3 smiling people in a Polaroid. It says, "Don't forget." A slightly crumpled Polaroid. It showed 3 people. On the left, a man with long blonde wigs. On the right, a woman with sparkling ginger hair. And in the middle, a man with silky black hair, with a familiar crap-eating grin. Cole? We just started the game and the plot is already thickening. No way this was the same guy as the one in the kitchen right now. This guy actually looked good. Normal. Human. What happened? He became a YouTuber. You put the photo and the other various items back into the drawer before creeping closer to the front door. You stare at it blankly for a moment. You could leave. Would it even be worth it? You don't know anything about the world anymore. No family, no friends. Leave? Stay? I have a feeling that leaving isn't going to work, so I'm going to stay put right now. I'm going to save. I'm going to come back. I'm going to stay put right now. We just got here. You sigh, shaking your head. It's not worth the risk. You were perfectly safe where you were. I don't think, for the most part, yeah, that's what I thought.
Hello?
Hey, what you peeking for? You turn around, jolting at the sight of Cole peeking from behind a corner, as if watching to see what you'd do. He flashed a grateful smile before returning to the kitchen, clearly pleased with your choice. Yeah, creep. Maybe it was best to keep an eye on Cole. After all, you weren't completely comfortable around him. You walked towards a couch in the living room, taking a seat and waiting. Oh man, I didn't explore the upstairs. Oh well. After a few moments, Cole finally emerges from the kitchen. There's a lot of pictures on the table. He smiles, pleasantly surprised that you stayed close by. adorable and terrifying.
Hi. Not gonna lie, I thought you were going to try to leave. Any reason you decided not to?
Why? Did you want me to leave? He averted his gaze.
No, never that. It's just on rare days you don't immediately go to the door.
Rare? Cole? Coco? If what's going on here is going on here, it better not be.
You know, when you wake up every day, it's like a different version of your personality. Most of the time you're super scared and hate me. Sometimes you're super kind and understanding.
Oh no, does he know that I'm playing a video game and that I pick different choices?
8 out of 10, you end up wanting to leave me, you know?
I guess. I just wanted to chat a little more, if that's all right. Cole visibly lit up.
Of course. Anything you want.
Cole walks back into the kitchen, then returns with the pink apron folded neatly in his arms.
Aww.
He sets it down on the bare coffee table, giving you his undivided attention. I don't think I want those eyes staring at me.
What are you curious about, my dear?
Are there more people like you in the world? Cole sighs heavily, looking defeated in a way.
I've totally lost my touch with my physical form. Yes, there are more like me all around the world. Way more than you'd think.
Oh, okay, that feels like a threat. He paused for a moment, eyeing you nervously.
Do you think me not being human is scary?
No, I've dealt with worse. You know what? No, I don't mind as much as I thought I would. I mean, you still look human enough, and even if you didn't, that's not gonna help ya. That's not gonna save ya from me. Cole beamed, his hands twitching at his sides as if he wanted to reach out to you, yet he was stopping himself.
You mean it?
You spoke to me in the morning, but now that I know you a little better, I don't think you'd hurt me. At least I don't think you would. He nodded eagerly.
Yes, that's right. This makes me happier than you'd ever know.
He looks at you like he's trying to memorize every detail of your face, as if the shape of your expression is something fragile he's terrified to lose again.
I didn't think you'd say that.
There's a faint tremor in his voice, barely there, but unmistakable.
I don't want to scare you, but sometimes it happens despite my intentions.
He steps closer, deliberately giving you every chance to pull away. The air shifts with him, colder for a moment, then strangely comforting. You remember being led by careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch.
Rest your eyes for a while, honey. It never gets easier to do that.
You slowly came to your senses, the distant sound of soft humming coming from the kitchen. You prop yourself up on your elbows. Your ears were ringing slightly, but it was manageable. Did I just fall asleep? Cole? The humming stops, and you hear a rush of footsteps before Cole is looming over you. You hardly had time to register how quick he moved before he was helping you up.
Hello, dear. How do you feel?
Fine, I guess. What happened? How long was I out? He stared at you blankly for a moment before replying.
I'm not sure. I found you on the ground unconscious, so I laid you down to rest your head.
You feel a faint squirming sensation in the back of your head. Oh, I see. What time is it? Cole's expression lightened up once more as he slowly led you towards the kitchen.
It's lunchtime. Maybe some food will get you feeling better.
You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. Oh, all right. Monday, 1:30 p.m. Hey, Pookums.
You are just so cute.
You're presented with a normal-looking sandwich. Okay. From what you could see, 2 slices of bread, lettuce, tomatoes, lunch meat, and cheese. Nothing seems too out of the ordinary.
You should eat.
Time for lunch. Ikadakimasu. Is there a way I can... Alright, I'll eat it. I'll eat it for now. Good. Yum, yum. Lunch finished.
There was an odd aftertaste in your mouth, a little bitter. Coco, you didn't put something unbeknownst in my food, did you? What's on your mind, honey? I could ask who the people in the picture were, but I think he might freak out if we start digging for lore, so what was I like before?
I don't really know anything about myself. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts about me and who I used to be.
What you were like? Well, to me, you're still exactly the same. Beneath the confusion, you're still my darling espoir.
You subconsciously made a face of confusion. He noticed and looks away, embarrassed.
I've always had a hard time putting my thoughts into words. The things I feel about you, think about you, it's hard to explain in a way you'd understand. You haven't changed that much, at least not to me. You're still so perfect. Every day when you wake up new again, it's like getting to know you over and over and over for the first time.
Without even realizing it, you were beginning to lean away from him in your seat. The passionate declaration wasn't quite what you were expecting, but you weren't surprised. However unsettling it was. Cole seemed to have caught what he had said as well, an embarrassed look on his face as he hastily apologized.
Oh, geez, that was pretty intense, huh? I'm sorry. I know that wasn't really an answer to your question, but it's the best I can give.
At least you could trust he was being honest and genuine, even if it wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear. It gave you a better picture of what kind of man Cole was. It's fine, I guess.
He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all.
Why does he do that? Why is it so important that you finish all of your food?
Well, looks like we're all done here.
Holy golly. Dude probably has to bend over to do the dishes. I can do them for you, Pookie.
He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water, just as he had before. Safe to assume you're free to do what you wanted again. You stand there for a moment, unsure of what to do next.
Yeah, I guess now we can look upstairs.
You decide to take a look upstairs. Once you reach the top of the staircase, you scan the upstairs. Ooh, there's a chandelier above you. It stands out quite a bit against the bland colors of the home. It looks antique. The second floor itself is modest and very simple, with only 3 doors that you could see. One with a sign that had your name, one with wooden boards over it, and another tucked away and locked tightly.
Which one is the bathroom?
You could only assume this was Cole's room. Well, we're probably not getting into the locked room, we're probably not getting into the boarded room, so let's go to my room. As you enter the room, you stand in the doorway. You see your bed, a closet with 5 of the same sweaters hung up on clothes hangers, the bathroom, and to your right a short bookshelf with multiple random books, 2 framed pictures and a shoebox at the very bottom. You approach the bookshelf, shutting your bedroom door behind you. What are you most curious about? That shoebox. What's in the shoebox? You sit in front of the shelf, pulling out the shoebox. You open the box to see various memorabilia. It was clear at first glance these were gifts from Cole to you. From Cole to you. He made me a mixtape. The Nook Cafe. He got me a bundle of... an assortment of flowers, dried and carefully tied together. Bits of the petals were beginning to flake off into the box. Oh, how thoughtful.
Oh.
What's this adorable teddy bear? A fuzzy brown stuffed bear with a red ribbon around its neck. What's these receipts, though? Looks like a drive-through coffee shop order. Grandma's Antiques. It's a receipt for an antique lamp, the same one out by the stairs. Yes, interesting, yes. Lords of Acid.
This looks like a band shirt, though it's not of a band you've ever heard of. Or maybe you have. You can't remember. It also looks a little too big for you. Was this one of Cole's? Aw, mixtape. It says, "From Cole to you," in big red Sharpie. You wonder what's on the disc. Suddenly, you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. "Espoir, honey, it's time for dinner." You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. As you descend the stairs, you see Cole waiting at the bottom, expectantly. He smiled widely as he gently grasped your shoulder. "There you are." Monday, 7:02 p.m. "Hey, Pookie." "I hope you had a fun day." You're presented with a... Oh. What's O? Oh, spaghetti. With... What is that mixed in the noodles? "You should eat." "I don't think I want to eat this. This time it feels different. It's important." Well. Bottoms up. Yum, yum, yum. Let's see what's going on with this. There were conflicting textures, like you were eating something still alive. It made you feel sick to your stomach. "Anything new, honey?" What was all the stuff in the shoebox? "You mean the shoebox on the bottom shelf in your room?" You nod. "Oh, those are little gifts and things I gave you when we were just getting together. And when you moved in, naturally all the gifts came right back. But what's mine is yours, and what's yours belongs in your room. Some of the things in there could be considered trash by now, but I can't bring myself to throw away our precious memories. Call me sentimental, but it's far too important to me." "Can I ask about the items? Like, what were they from, or when I received them?" "Of course. Ask away, my dear." "You remember the exact details of each gift in the box?" "I remember every detail of every gift I've ever gotten you. Ever. I thought that was normal for couples to do." "Weird, but also kind of sweet. What's on that CD?" "November 17th, 20XX. I had told you once that I always wanted to do the 2000 CD playlist thing with my partner, so you let me burn one of my playlists onto a CD. I don't know if you ever listened to it, but I'd like to think you did." He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it in the sink. "It's getting late. You should get to bed." "Oh, I could ask him to lay down with me. Not quite. Say good night and go to sleep." He pats your shin through the blanket. "Good night, sweetheart." "I'm gonna brush your hair when we get up." You hear him step out, the door clicking softly behind him. November 17th. Wait, that was the date that he just said. You see the light first. Soft, golden, spilling through the blinds of your old apartment like warm honey. Eh? You're sitting on the floor in front of your coffee table, tying your shoes for work. Your jacket is half zipped, your bag is open beside you, and the faint smell of laundry detergent lingers in the air. There's a knock on your door. "It's open!" The door creaks, and Cole slips inside without waiting for permission, hair freely flowing with the wind, hoodie sleeves pushed up, cheeks flushed from the cold. "Aw, normal Cole, he's so cute. Why do you look so creepy? Is the Cole we're talking to not the Cole that we're talking to right now?" "Morning, honey." "You're early." "I know, I didn't sleep." He steps over your scattered shoes and sits beside you on the floor, knees bumping yours. He's holding something, a plastic case with something inside. "Oh, is this me getting my memory back?" "Oh,
"Made you something."
you made me something?" He nods, eyes bright with a nervous, excited energy. "Oh, this is so sweet. Can't wait for it to all end in tears."
"A CD, like the old days. I burnt a playlist for you."
He turns the case, as if teasing the grand reveal as the smooth surface reflects the morning sun.
Remember when people used to trade mixtapes? I always wanted to do that with someone I loved.
You still have a CD burner?
No, but Zeke does. His brother had one, so I broke in and stole it from his childhood home.
You laugh, and he beams like that was the reaction he was hoping for.
I picked songs that reminded me of you. I listened to that artist you couldn't get tickets for.
You remembered that?
I remember everything about you.
He nudges the CD closer to you, flipping it around so you could see it now.
Go on, look.
Aw. In big red Sharpie it read, "From Cole to you, heart," in his sloppy handwriting. He looked at you with soft eyes and an expectant smile.
So, do you love it or what?
He teased, eager to get a response. It's cute.
Play it later, okay? Promise me you'll listen?
I promise. He exhales, relieved.
I like making things for you.
For a moment, everything feels warm, safe, familiar. Or did something happen to Cole and he came back wrong? But the hallway lights flicker. The bustle of the streets outside distorts. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. Oh. Tuesday, 9:29 a.m. Oh, okay. Oh.
Rise and shine.
A familiar voice rings gently in your ears as you blearily open your eyes. Waking up this time around was less taxing than yesterday.
Oh, look at you, early birdie.
And noticeably less disorienting. Good morning, Cole. Cole practically flinched where he sat, nearly tumbling off the bed entirely.
You remember my name?
He exclaimed, all too loud for how recently you had woken up.
So it's more like, you remembered my name?
Huh? Was that wrong? Were you not meant to know his name or something? At your confusion, Cole frantically looked around the room as if the walls themselves were listening in on something not allowed. Cole?
It's nothing. Come down for breakfast when you're ready,
he said slowly as he got up from the bed, gently clicking the door shut behind him as he left. You head downstairs for breakfast, still shaking off the last traces of sleep and confusion from Cole's reaction. As you advanced downstairs, you met with the familiar smell of bacon, egg, and toast. Cole must be making the same thing as yesterday. You take a seat at the table, watching the back of Cole as he mechanically made breakfast. What? What? He says nothing this time as he sets down the toast. It makes you a little anxious hearing Cole this quiet. Breakfast passes quietly, the same as yesterday, save for Cole's light-hearted banter. He was gazing deeply into your eyes, as if trying to assess something. His face was completely blank. It was so unnerving. You have some... How dare you? How dare you take control away from me reading the text box?
Wait.
You freeze mid-step. Cole stands at the bottom of the stairs, apron still on, hands clasped tightly in front of him.
Can we talk before you wander off?
His tone is gentle, and he's smiling like before, but there's a strange urgency beneath it, like he's afraid you'll disappear if he looks away. Talk about what?
Just this. You. Today.
He gestures toward the living room.
Come sit with me for a bit, please.
You nod, unsure of what else to do. Cole briefly ducks into the kitchen before returning with his apron neatly folded once more. You sit on the couch. Cole sits beside you after setting the apron down on the coffee table besides a stack of Polaroids. Close, but not touching. His posture is stiff, like he's rehearsing how to be normal.
You remembered my name this morning?
Yes?
You're not supposed to do that.
He says it quietly, almost like he's afraid of the words themselves. What do you mean, supposed to? Is that bad?
Well, yes. Well, no, it's wonderful. It's just unexpected.
He fidgets with the hem of his winter sweater, twisting the fabric between his fingers. He looks away, embarrassed.
But today is different. You're not supposed to be different.
Well, then what am I supposed to be? Different how?
I don't know, but your vibe is just different.
He leans forward slightly, studying your face with unnerving intensity.
It's nice, but it's wrong.
You shift uncomfortably. Cole, what exactly do you want to talk about?
Everything.
He said it too quickly.
I mean, just whatever you want. I want to hear you talk.
About what? If you want me to talk about Revolutionary Girl Utena, I can do that.
Anything. Your thoughts, what you think of the house, what you think of me.
He pauses.
Especially that last one.
Why?
Because I like hearing it.
You sigh. You're being weirdly needy today.
I'm your boyfriend. I'm allowed to be needy.
Hearing the term boyfriend coming from someone you basically met yesterday felt odd. But for some reason, it wasn't completely unwelcome. He shifts closer, just an inch. Cole then takes your hand, the vast darkness of his skin nearly swallowing your fingers in his. Oh, I thought he was just wearing gloves or something.
Tell me something you remember.
Cole murmured softly, his voice low with reverence. I don't remember much.
But you remembered my name.
I guess that stuck.
It's not meant to. Nothing is.
He laughs softly, almost breathless.
It feels like progress. Like maybe today will be better.
Better than what?
Than every day before today.
He says it too quickly again.
I don't want to ruin today.
His fingers loosen their already gentle grip on yours, trailing down your palm.
Can we just enjoy this morning?
How?
Talk to me. Ask me things. Let me be here with you.
His voice softens.
I miss you, even when you're right in front of me. Especially when your mind is usually so far away. I'll have to fix this later, but for now, I want to be here with you.
Well, he's probably not going to tell us much more about himself, so what about this house? How long have we lived here?
You moved in a few months ago. I've been here since I was 19.
Why this house?
Honestly, I just chose a place far from my parents, but close by my friends.
Did you not have a good relationship with your parents?
No.
He responds dryly, all fondness in his tone shriveled. It made you wonder if his parents were monsters too.
But living on my own turned out to be just as bad. This place is too big for one person, and it got lonely whenever my friends couldn't hang out. But then I met you.
Oh. His hands were fidgeting with yours now. It felt like he did this often, once upon a time.
You make this house a home.
That's why it's called that.
That's the name of the game. Ask about him. Tell me about you.
Me? Oh, I'm not that interesting.
Yeah, but you're basically still a stranger to me.
Fair enough.
So tell me something real.
Something real.
He thinks for a long moment.
I like when you say my name.
That's not what I meant.
It's what I meant.
He leans closer, the few stray strands of hair in front of his face swaying slightly as he turned your hand around in his.
But I guess we could go over the first date questions. If you really want. Let's see. My favorite color is red. I like how passionate it looks and how much emotion can vary through it. My favorite animals are bugs, the real creepy crawly ones. The ones that maybe an average person would be disgusted at. My favorite season is wintertime, but I hate being cold.
When he stopped talking, a calm silence drifted between you. To think that at some point these were things about him that you knew by heart. Thank you, Cole. He smiled.
Anytime.
Ellipses. Cole, what happened to me? He freezes.
Nothing.
That's not an answer.
I don't know what I can tell you.
Then tell me what you can. Cole swallows hard. His grip on your hand loosens, then tightens again, like he's afraid you'll pull away.
You got sick. Really sick. And I didn't know what to do.
Sick? How? He shakes his head, eyes dropping to your joined hands.
You were dizzy, confused. You kept forgetting things. I thought it was stress or exhaustion, or I should have taken you to a hospital. I know that now.
Why didn't you? His breath catches.
Because you begged me not to.
The room suddenly feels smaller. I did? He nods slowly, like he wasn't sure of what he was saying either.
I was trying to respect that. I thought I was helping.
Silence settles between you, heavy but not hostile. The conversation lingers in the air long after it ends. We're getting some deep lore. You're not sure if you feel closer to him or farther away. Either way, the day moves on.
Monday, 1:30 p.m. Wait, Monday? Wasn't it Tuesday? It was Tuesday, wasn't it?
You're presented with another normal-looking sandwich.
It was Tuesday, wasn't it?
The same 2 slices of bread, same lettuce, same tomatoes, lunch meat, and same cheese. All the same. You pick it up and take your first bite, all while Cole continued to watch carefully. Once you were finished, that same bitter aftertaste lingered in your mouth.
So?
I could ask who the people in the picture are, but I'm gonna leave off. I'm gonna leave off on that. Nothing. Cole blinked, a little confused.
Nothing? Nothing at all?
Yeah.
I see.
Why do you look disappointed? He eyed your empty plate, as always. Then he took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water, just as he had before. And then I looked at how tall he was, like, Pookie, do you need help with the dishes? This time you could do what you wanted, right? I could ask him, why do you love me, and what's your full name, or do you miss going outside? Yeah, what is your full name? He paused, thoughtfully. Cute.
My full name? It's been a long time since I've said it out loud. Cole is, low-key, more comforting to hear. But if you really want to know...
Cool. Sarcolin. Cute.
My full name is Quang. My full name is
Quang Sarcolin. Sarcolin. Cute. Do you miss going outside? He paused mid-scrub, shoulders tensing just slightly.
Outside is complicated.
What means this?
People would stare, they'd judge and ask questions. But with you, I didn't mind it as much. So yes, I miss it, but not as much as I miss you.
Oh, wait. I said before, did something happen to him and he came back wrong? Did something happen to me? Why do you love me? He looked a bit surprised at the question, not exactly expecting you to say that. He hummed softly, eyes drifting to the sink as he pondered how to verbalize the sheer weight of what he felt for you.
Would it be shallow to say because you're human? I was initially drawn to you with general attraction, regular human stuff.
He paused, fingers stilling in the soapy water.
But then you made the attempt to really get to know me.
His voice softened, almost reverent.
You made me feel real. You don't know how rare that is for someone like me.
He let out a quiet breath, almost a laugh.
I love you for you. I mean that.
Oh, knock over the paper towels? Why would I do that? Oh, okay, if you say so. You take a subtle step back, bumping the roll of paper towels off the counter with your shoulder. It hits the floor with a soft thud. He bends down to pick it up, immediately unbothered in the slightest.
You're lucky you're cute.
This was the distraction you needed to grab a fork from the drawer. No! You hastily pull it open, just a bit before closing it. Walk away? Sorry about the trouble. I'll get out of your hair now. He turned around as he placed the paper towels back on the counter.
Oh, no problem, honey. Accidents happen.
You waste no time to hurry upstairs. Oh, the boarded door stands exactly where you left it. You wedge the fork beneath the first nail and push. Oh, it gives way with a strained metallic groan that makes you wince. You work quickly, listening for any sign of Cole coming upstairs. Another board loosens. Another. The final plank drops to the floor. He doesn't hear all this? You swallow hard and push the door open. The room beyond is dim and still. Ooh, a storage room. Small, dusty, quiet. But the moment your eyes adjust, your stomach twists. Mundane, everyday objects are everywhere. Clothes you don't remember owning. Books with your handwriting in the margins. A backpack, a phone charger, a stack of notebooks tied with twine, a framed photo face down on the floor. You kneel beside a box labeled with your name. Your fingers brush the lid. Something warm flickers in your chest, like recognition trying to break through the fog. You open the box. Inside are small objects, trinkets, receipts, notes, pieces of a life you can't remember living. Suddenly, you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs.
Espoir, honey, it's time for dinner.
You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. He's gonna know that we took the boards off of the thing. As you descend the stairs, you see Cole waiting at the bottom, expectantly. He smiled widely as he gently grasped your shoulder.
There you are.
Dinner smells like spaghetti once again, but the moment you step into the kitchen, something feels off. Cole stands at the stove, shoulders low, movements slow and unfocused. Cole?
Oh, hey, dinner's almost ready.
His voice is soft in a way that doesn't sound like him. Are you okay?
Yeah, just tired.
He tries to smile, but it doesn't reach his eyes. Doesn't it? You sit. He sets a plate in front of you, then lowers himself over the kitchen table once more. Dinner is quiet. Not tense, just muted.
Sorry, I'm not very talkative tonight.
It's okay. Hey, honey, why don't you eat? You're nothing but skin and bones. Let me make you a sandwich. You give him a small, grateful nod.
I'll be better after some sleep, that's all.
Dear, you look like you get negative sleep. Something about the way he says it makes your stomach twist. When you're both finished, he stands and gathers the plates.
You can go rest. I'll clean up.
You sure?
Yeah, go on.
He turns back to the sink, shoulders hunched, the soft clatter of dishes echoing through the dim kitchen. You watch him for a moment longer. Something is wrong. He just won't say what. You crawl into bed, alone this time, as exhaustion settles into your bones after another strange day. The lamp beside the door casts a soft glow across the room. Warm, comforting, familiar. Your eyes grow heavy. Sleep takes you quickly. And my suspicion is rising. You wake up, but this time Cole is nowhere to be seen. Your room is bathed in darkness. The lamp you had fallen asleep with is turned off. You don't remember turning it off. Well, maybe Cole turned it off to save the light bill. Speaking of saving, I'm going to save my game right now. Hehehe. You sit up slowly, letting your eyes adjust to the dark. The house feels different at night. Colder. Heavier. Like the walls are listening. Somewhere down the hallway, you hear a hushed voice. It's Cole. You slip out of bed, feet touching the cold floorboards, and creep towards the door. The hallway is pitch black, save for a faint sliver of light leaking from beneath Cole's bedroom door. His voice is clearer now, low, tense, and hurried.
No, Zeke, listen to me.
You freeze. Zeke? You inch closer, careful not to make the floors creak.
I know what time it is. I know. No, I didn't tell them anything. I wouldn't do that.
His tone sharpens, not angry, but scared.
Zeke, please tell me you can figure something out. The doses needs to be higher, as well as remembering things now. You know how dangerous that could get, don't you?
Then, a pause. You can't hear what's being said on the other end, barely being able to make out what Cole's saying himself.
Please, if not for Espoir, do it for me.
Yeah, Zeke. Do it for the both of us. Your heart pounds. You take another step. Then, the floor creaks quietly. The whispering stops. Silence. You don't move. You don't breathe. You know, this would be an excellent place to put a jump scare.
I'll call you back. See you soon.
Who's Zeke? Who's she? Footsteps. The quiet jingles of keys struggling in a lock. You dart back towards your room, slipping inside just as the hallway light flicks on. You crawl into bed and pull the blanket up to your chin, pretending to be asleep. The doorknob rattles. Your breath catches, but it doesn't open. After a long moment, you hear Cole's footsteps retreating down the hall. The house falls silent again. You stare at the ceiling, wide awake, the darkness pressing in around you. You don't sleep again for a long time. Julian, why? End of the demo for now. Thank you for playing. Maybe try again for a new route. You might find something new. I most certainly will. After I rest a little bit. Hey there, pre-recorded Espoir here, and I have 30 seconds of your time. Want me to draw your OCs? Check out my Ko-fi page for art commissions as low as $20. Link in the description. Every week I post a Saturday update blog on both of my Patreons and now also my YouTube channel members. With behind-the-scenes stuff, upcoming games I want to play, life stuff, old lady stuff, and pictures of Daisy. Link in the description. Want to see the full uncensored versions of gameplays I can't show on this channel? Join my adult Patreon for the low price of $1 and being over the age of 18. And then do you yearn to wear merch of a super obscure free visual novel? Check out my TeePublic and Teespring t-shirt store. Descriptions are in link. Want to support my channel but you have no money? Hit the like button or subscribe. It's free. That's right, free. We're just giving it away. Check out my itch.io page. Play Picture Perfect Boyfriend. It's free. Link in the description. So, of course, I gotta go back, and I gotta see if I can mess everything up. First thing I could do, freak out! You scream, absolutely terrified of your situation. Help! Police! Murder! Kidnapping! You scramble out of bed, rushing to the bathroom and locking yourself inside. How you knew where the bathroom was is a mystery. It was as if your body knew what to do before your head did. Suddenly, your head begins to ache, throbbing painfully behind your eyes. With shaky hands, you cling to the sink, trying to take deep, steadying breaths. Looking in the mirror, you feel a bit more at ease. You look at yourself, deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong somehow. What if I... Whoop. Oh, do I have to eat it? Correction, that would be an excellent place to put a jump scare. Who are you? Goodness, straight to the point today, aren't we? My name is... You can call me Cole. Now that introductions are out of the way, would you like to know, my dear? Whomst am I? Well, you're Espoir. You're my lover.
And you love cats.
All right. Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
He giggled. At least he has a sense of humor. What about my friends? My family?
What about them?
Do I have a family? Do I have friends?
Can you remember them?
No.
Then they probably weren't important.
He giggled again, a bit louder this time. Your giggle sound is cute.
I thought of that one last night. Pretty good, right?
We have a comedian on our hands. You are not so amused. He glances at your empty plate, as if double-checking that you ate it all. What if I say, I don't believe you? A million questions run through your mind at once. This just doesn't make any sense. You've never met this creep in your life, and suddenly you wake up in a house you have no recollection of, and this dude who is clearly not human is saying you guys were in love. Well, I mean, for almost 2 years? Bull crap. Bull hockey, in fact. I don't know what twisted world you're living in, but I definitely don't love you. Whatever version of me you think you know, it's not the me that's in this moment right now. This is the second playthrough. And I don't love you.
You are so adorable. You're right, of course. This whole thing is really messed up. I can admit that. But there is so much you can't understand. So much you can't know. Things I promised you'd never know again.
Can't I know a little bit? Cole stares into your eyes for a moment before sighing.
I guess a little bit. Not like you'll remember it by tomorrow anyways. Let's see. I'm telling the truth when I say we are lovers. At least, we used to be before you started losing your memories every day. It was mutual and consensual, but when you began forgetting, I just couldn't abandon you. You needed me. Like how I need you.
Maybe it's best to leave it at that. He glances at your empty plate, as if double-checking that you ate it all. What if I head upstairs first? Or wait, was there anything downstairs? Yeah, there was something downstairs. Oh yeah, we didn't try to leave. Let's try to leave. You slowly, very slowly, reached for the handle. You flinch as a murky, toned hand gently grabs yours, preventing you from reaching the door. His skin feels oddly rubbery, skin adjacent, but not quite there.
There you are, Espoir. Funny how you immediately wander off to the one place I hoped you wouldn't go.
He turns you around with surprisingly controlled force, keeping your back to the door as he clasps your hand with both of his. Ah! My soul left my body. Listen, honey bunch.
It wouldn't be safe to be outside by yourself like this, Espoir. Don't you understand?
You suddenly feel an intense... Wait, hold on a second. As if your brain won't let you finish reading the text boxes. You feel as though your head is splitting. You can't even get a word out. See? Look what happens. Let's lay you down. Why did you do that? You did it again. You wrestled control away from me. I can't even read the text boxes that fast. You remember being led by careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch.
Rest your eyes for a while, honey. It never gets easier to do that.
Yeah, I figured maybe he has to pull me away from the front door a lot. Who are the people in that Polaroid by the door?
They were people we were close with.
He replied softly, examining your expression closely.
Do you recognize anyone in the picture?
Only you. You looked good, but just barely. You really did look different.
I was handsome, right?
You still are. Very handsome. Look at that face. That face is gonna haunt me in my dreams. Still are. You giggle with him as he leaned a little closer, clearly enjoying himself.
Well, to answer your question, Little Red Riding Hood was a woman named Phoebe, and Goldilocks is a man named Zeke.
Zeke!
Wait, so if he was Goldilocks, and she was Little Red Riding Hood, who's Cole supposed to be? They were our closest friends.
But not anymore?
No, not anymore.
He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why are you making me eat the food? Can we go in the locked room? I mean, obviously not, because it's locked. The door looks like it's been modified. Where a doorknob should have been is a handle with a large padlock hanging off of it. If Cole has a key, it's hidden somewhere. A boarded room? Some of these nails aren't that secure. Maybe there's something around you can pry them loose. Like a fork? Well, I didn't even look at the photos. Unavailable in demo. Darn it. You take a closer look at the second picture. For some odd reason, you can't make out what's in the image. Get demo cucked, lol, sorry guys. Julian, you fiend! You fiend! You dastardly fiend! Lol. Book? You pick up the thin book. It was like one of those blank books you buy in an arts and crafts store. You open it to see hand-drawn pictures inside. There were words scribbled beside each drawing. Was this Cole's handwriting? Why does this look like four more people standing around some kind of demonic monster thingy?
You know, Espoir, I wanted to live forever so badly when I was little. I think I spent my entire life looking for you without even knowing it. How could I possibly want to live forever, knowing you'd end up dying before me? If I was human too, would things be easier for us? You changed my life, you know. You made me better. Every point in my life was leading up to this. I just know it. I can change this one little thing if it means I get to keep you by my side. Heck, I'd change everything. I'd do anything you wanted me to if you just asked. They told me I'm driving you insane. You don't seem that insane to me. The fluff does that doctor know about you that I don't? You don't need that. You need me. You're perfect. You always have been perfect to me. I can't stand to leave you, not when you're vulnerable like this. Just thinking about it makes me sick. I can leave everything behind if it means I get to move forward with you. I love you.
Suddenly, you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Oh, how sweet. Did you write that book? You trying to become a mangaka? Cole's smile didn't falter once, like he expected you to find it.
Yes, the theatrics of freshly heartbroken Cole. I thought it would be nice if you could really see how I lay my heart bare for you in every way.
So, then, inside the book, is what you wrote what really happened between us? He paused for a moment, examining your expression closely.
In a way, yes. I wrote that book when you first moved in, and after your first diagnosis. You know, they wanted to take you away from me. As if they would know what you need more than I do.
There was a manic glint behind Cole's eyes as he said that. He sounded like how his writing read. You mean bat poop insane? He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it in the sink. We're just not going to discuss this further, are we?
I'm your boyfriend.
I'm allowed to be needy. Hearing the term boyfriend coming from someone you basically met yesterday felt odd. It made you feel a little uncomfortable. He shifts closer, just an inch. Oh, now I'm uncomfortable with him. Is it because I tried to leave? What are you doing to me? He freezes.
Nothing.
That's a lie, and I know it. You keep your eyes fixed on your hands, his gentle ministrations having come to a full stop. I'm not an idiot. Not in this playthrough. Cole was completely still. I get random headaches whenever you're upset or something. I pass out and miraculously wake up. And I'm supposed to, believe this just happens? Cole's breath stutters, barely audible, but enough to confirm he's rattled.
You think I'm doing this on purpose?
His hands were trembling a bit as they tightened their grip on yours. I think you know more than you're saying. His jaw clenches, his eyes flick away, then back, then away again, like he's cornered.
You got sick. That's all. You were falling apart, and I didn't know how to help.
Sick? How?
You were confused, forgetful. You kept collapsing, and I panicked.
And instead of getting help, you kept me here? His expression cracks, but more like out of desperation.
You begged me not to take you anywhere. You said you didn't trust anyone else. You said you only wanted me.
That doesn't sound like me.
I know it doesn't, but that's what happened.
And you expect me to believe that? He looks at you like he's bracing for impact.
I expect you to believe that I'm trying, even if I'm doing a terrible job.
The tension between you simmers, sharp and unresolved. The conversation lingers in the air long after it ends. Oh, you're not talking now, Pookie? You're presented with another normal-looking sandwich. The same 2 slices of bread, same lettuce, same tomatoes, lunch meat, and same cheese. All the same. You pick it up and take your first bite, all while Cole continued to watch carefully. Once you're finished, that same bitter aftertaste lingers in your mouth.
So?
Nothing. Cole blinked, a little confused.
Nothing? At all?
Yeah.
I see.
He eyed your empty plate, as always. This time you could do what you wanted, right? Grab a fork. Oh, we're not going to knock over the paper towels this time? You then thought of the boarded door upstairs. The nails looked loose enough to try and pry off with something like a fork, maybe. But that means you have to distract Cole long enough to get one without being suspicious. Oh, okay. You quickly think of a course of action. You awkwardly walk towards Cole as he's doing the dishes. Hey, buddy. He noticed you immediately.
Need something, my dear?
Just felt like talking a bit more. He smiled brightly, clearly pleased.
Then I'm more than happy to indulge you. Do you have any questions?
Nope, same questions as before. Knock over them paper towels. You take a subtle step back, bumping the roll of paper towels off the counter with your shoulder. Whoopsie! Oh no! I could stab him? Oh no! 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 I'm saving because I'm going to do it anyway. Stab him? Oh, I don't want to stab him. Oh, I gotta do it to see what happens, though. You see his back turned to you, kneeling on the ground. Then you look down at the metal fork in your hand. You take a step forward, then another. You were close enough to hear Cole mutter something under his breath as you bring your arm over your head. Cole began turning his head to face you, worried by your silence. Don't worry, it's just a dinglehopper. It's just a dinglehopper. I'm gonna brush your hair. I'm gonna brush your hair with this fork.
Hey, are you...
Ugh. I'm sorry, Pookie. You stabbed him in the neck. Blood began spraying as he toppled over, gasping. I feel really bad about this, Pookie. You had punctured an artery. He was bleeding out. You didn't take me to the hospital, but I'm going to take you to the hospital. For some reason, you were suddenly paralyzed, your limbs refusing to cooperate with you. No matter how much you wanted to take this chance to flee the house, you could only stare as Cole's appearance had changed, his limbs becoming bony with dark tendrils writhing around his body like drying snakes. Horror struck you as Cole's eyes met yours. He barely looked human. You were afraid he was going to finally kill you, or jump scare me again. Yet, when he spoke, it was soft. A bit garbled from choking on his own blood. Again, "I'm sorry," but still oddly kind.
It's okay, honey. Accidents happen.
He wheezed as he struggled to stand.
Dear God, Fluff.
He gripped the edge of the table. You could only wordlessly watch as he staggered into the bathroom, leaving a trail of blood as he went. When you heard the door click shut, that's when you finally regained control of your limbs. You looked at the fork on the ground, picking it up and heading upstairs with a haunted look in your eyes. Well, yeah, I guess you can't get out the front door. Maybe you didn't need to do that. I had to see what would happen. You whip your head around at the sound of creaking stairs. You half expect for Cole to catch you, the hairs on your arms standing on end. You wait anxiously as soft, staggering footsteps pass by the hallway. Then the quiet shut of a door. Keep searching? You sift through the items, each one stirring something faint and painful in the back of your mind. An uncharged phone, a note with your handwriting, a photo torn down the middle. You don't know what any of it means. You grab the phone charger you saw earlier, plugging the phone into the wall. You continue to look around, finding an assortment of things that slowly remind you of who you used to be. Your head throbs a little as you sit on the ground beside your charging phone, until you hear the sound of it turning on. Charged enough for the screen to light up. You pick it up with careful hands, unfamiliar with how to handle a phone after so long. As you swipe up, your screen is bombarded with notifications, unseen and dating back for months and months, from family, friends, your old job, software updates, social media notifications. What should we do first? Messages, social media? Call the police. This game is very early access. It was literally just released hours ago. Call the police. You spot the bright red SOS button on your home screen and press on it. You flinch when it automatically transfers you to a call. 911, what's your emergency? End of demo, for now. Wait, do we make it out? Yay! Well, I gotta check my social media. You look on social media. There are posts that you're tagged in, each one saying you were missing. There was a sharp pain in your head the more you stared at the screen. You had to put it down. Cole was nowhere to be seen. The blood on the ground was gone, and the bathroom was empty when you peeked inside. He must be in his room. Tuesday. 7 p.m.? On the table is spaghetti. Eat it? No. You leave the food on the table, completely untouched, and turn to go upstairs. You decide to go to sleep early. You crawl into bed alone this time, as exhaustion settles into your bones after another strange day. Somewhere down the hallway, you hear a hushed voice. It's Cole. So he wasn't dead after all. The notion made you shiver a little. I hope he's not mad that I stabbed him in the neck with a fork. You convinced yourself that it wasn't a deep enough cut, not that he's incapable of being killed at all. Surely there would be a way to end all of this somehow. You slip out of bed, feet touching the cold floorboards, and creep towards the door.
Zeke, please tell me you can figure something out. The doses need to be higher. I got stabbed for Fluff's sake. That doesn't worry you at all?
There was a desperate worry in his hushed voice.
If Espoir remembers any more, then...
You can't hear what's being said on the other end, barely being able to make out what Cole's saying himself. You crawl back into bed and pull the blanket up to your chin, pretending to be asleep. The doorknob rattles. Your breath catches, but it doesn't open. After a long moment, you hear Cole's footsteps retreating down the hall. The house falls silent again. So we got the story of this mixtape. I wonder if we can get some more lore. What's the story with the bear?
April 6th, 20XX. We went to an arcade to kill time before work, and I won you that stuffed bear. He chuckled softly. I burned through so many quarters that day. April 6th, 220XX, 9 a.m. Yoo-hoo! A familiar voice calls out to you as you step outside the cafe you frequent, drink in hand as a little something before clocking into work. Oh, hi Cole, you say fondly, turning around to face the man as he grins widely, his raven hair tied up in a messy bun, his uniform as a line cook in hand. Aww. Hello, honey. You're out to work a bit earlier than usual. You smile, leave it to Cole to remember every aspect of your schedule. And you glance down at your phone screen, having picked up on a bit of his as well. 17 minutes late for yours. Nah. He just shrugged, his bright smile unwavering as his doting gaze stayed fixed on you. Missed the subway. Next one isn't for another hour-ish, so I thought I'd burn some time. Lucky me to run into my lover on the way. You sigh, exasperated for him, since clearly he was unbothered. Your station won't be set up in time for morning service. You mumble against the lid of your drink as you take a sip. Whatever. This was out of my control. He brushes it off, clearly more focused on spending time with you than going to work, now that he has you. How about we do something fun instead? He wiggles his eyebrows playfully, stepping closer and holding out his arm. The unspoken offer of an impulsive adventure lingers between you two. Fun? At 9 in the morning? He gasps melodramatically. Fun can happen at any hour, thank you very much. You roll your eyes, but your smile betrays you. He's just so cute. What did you have in mind? His grin widens, just a little too excited. Arcade. What are you, 5? You're just going to be even later. I know. And you don't care. Not even a little. He loops his arm through yours before you could protest, tugging you gently down the street. Come on, honey. 1 game, 2 games, 10. Who's counting? Aw. You laugh, despite yourself, letting him pull you along. The arcade is nearly empty this early in the morning. Lights flicker lazily, machines humming like they're waking up too. Cole beelines towards the claw machines with the enthusiasm of a child. Look, they restocked the prices. Prices. Look, they restocked the prizes. You're such a dork. A dork who wins things for his lover. He cracks his knuckles like he's preparing for battle. You know these things are rigged, right? Not for me. He says it with such confidence, you can't help but laugh. There is a way to cheese them. He feeds it in a quarter, then another, and then I poke at his shoulder repeatedly. The claw descends, misses. Warm up. Another quarter, miss. That one was practice. Another, miss. Cole. Shh, I'm entering a flow state. You watch him burn through quarters like they come from trees, determination etched into every perfect line of his face. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, the manager just comes in, opens up the machine, and hands you a toy and tells you to leave. The claw grips a small stuffed bear. It wobbles, it slips, it catches again, and drops into the prize chute. Yes! And then he turns to you and goes, first try. He pumps his fist triumphantly, the lazy updo swaying with the motion. Oh yeah, he does have an updo. Aw. He retrieves the bear and holds it out to you with both hands like it's something sacred. Aw. A cute little brown bear with a red ribbon around its neck. For you. You take it, warmth blooming in your chest. You really didn't have to. I wanted to. He steps closer, voice softening. I always want to. You open your mouth to respond, but the arcade lights flicker. The hum of machines distorts. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. Aww. Okay, we did the bear and the CD. What's the deal with that band shirt? October 25th, 20XX. You know, you keep saying 20XX, but I kind of feel that the year is important here, to be more specific about what year all this occurred in. For my birthday, I wanted to take you to a music festival. Of course, my music taste has always been a bit underground, so I gave you the shirt so you had something to wear. I couldn't bring myself to ask for it back in the end.
Aw, that's actually really sweet.
October 25th, 4:12 p.m. You're standing in your old apartment, rummaging through your closet with growing frustration. Every shirt you own feels wrong. Even the Shadow the Hedgehog shirt? Too plain for the kind of music playing that night. Too bright for the time of day. Too boring for the kind of underground music festival Cole insisted on dragging you to for his birthday.
I don't have anything that fits the vibe.
You flop onto your bed, defeated. Leaning against the headboard with his knees scrunched up was Cole. Too tall for the twin-sized mattress, but sitting there taking up space as usual. He pipes up. I got a little something for you if you want it.
On your birthday you got me something?
Only so you don't look like a lost tourist at the festival. He reaches into a tote bag he had brought with necessities for the night and pulls out a black band shirt. Soft, worn, and clearly loved.
Aww!
The design is faded, the logo half cracked, the fabric stretched in places. On it was a half-naked woman on it, striking a pose, with big pink letters on the side spelling Lust. Lords of Acid, one of Cole's favorite bands. That's a cool name.
This is yours.
That it was. Now it's yours.
Cole, I can't wear your favorite shirt.
You can, and you will, because you look adorable in it. He tosses it at you, and it lands in your lap with a soft thud.
You're ridiculous.
And you love me. You roll your eyes, but you're smiling.
Oh, what could have happened that made this goth ball of sunshine into a more gothic ball of sunshine?
You hold up the shirt. It smells faintly like him. Laundry detergent, cold air, and something warm you can't quite place.
It's huge.
It'll look cute oversized.
You just want to see me drowning in your clothes.
Maybe. He shrugs, feigning ignorance, knowing fully that this was for his own indulgence. I wanted today to be special for you, too. My birthday doesn't matter much to me, but spending it with you does. You look down at the shirt again, fingers brushing the cracked ink.
Thank you, Cole. Really.
He beams, bright and earnest. Put it on. I want to see. You stand, slipping the shirt over your head. It hangs loosely, the hem brushing your thighs.
Happy now? I look like I'm wearing a tent.
Very. He reaches out, gently tugging the sleeve to straighten it. We could, cut it up or something, if you want to match with me. He offered, referring to his own stylized shirt of one of the band's albums.
Nah, maybe tie it or something.
Okay, perfect. He does kind of have like a ripped shirt with another shirt underneath it. That's hot. I like that look. You open your mouth to respond, but the room lights flicker. The gentle moment broken. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. Oh, these are just getting more and more sweeter. What's with the flowers? May 25th, 20XX. I surprised you at work just because I felt like it. I distinctly remember it was a busy week where we didn't hang out much. Your manager always hated me since I take up so much of your time. He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it back in the sink, and I skip forward to see a flashback. May 25th, 3:47 p.m. You remembered the exhaustion first, the dull ache in your shoulders, the lingering smell of printer ink and stale office air. It had been a long week, too long, the kind where every day blurred into the next. You're standing behind the counter at your old job, sorting through a stack of paperwork your manager dumped on you the last minute. The fluorescent lights buzz overhead, flickering faintly like they're on their last legs. You rub your temples, trying to will away the headache forming behind your eyes. The bell above the front door jingles.
Welcome in. You look up. Oh.
Hi, honey.
Cole stands in the doorway, hair up in a ponytail due to the warm afternoon sun. He's holding a bouquet. Nothing fancy, despite him being able to buy out an entire flower shop if he wanted to.
Oh, he's rich, you say?
They were wildflowers. Messy, colorful, imperfect, and he saved them and dried them out. Aww. Cole, what are you doing here?
Surprising you.
He steps forward, the flowers cradled carefully in one hand.
You've been working so hard this week. I missed you.
You didn't have to come all the way here.
I wanted to.
He offers you the bouquet. The petals brush your fingers as you take it. They're beautiful.
I picked them myself, he said pointedly, as if fishing for praise despite the messy showcase.
You picked them.
What? I can be romantic.
You laugh, and he beams like he's been waiting all week to hear it.
Let's hope Scary Larry doesn't see me. I swear he wants me dead.
He hates everyone.
But I feel like he hates me more than the average person.
Because you distract me.
That's hardly an offense killing over.
He leans against the counter, watching you with that soft, adoring look he always had in moments like this.
I just wanted to see you, even for a minute.
You look down at the flowers again. They're simple, uneven, some petals bent, but they're genuine. Thank you, Cole. Really. He reaches out, brushing a stray petal from your sleeve.
Anything for you. Darn it, Espoir, if that's your boyfriend again, I swear to God.
Cole smiles sheepishly, leaning in to press a soft kiss to your forehead before rushing to flee the scene. You watch as he runs out, the door blending into the wall as the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. Alright, what's the deal with this antique store receipt?
March 1st, 20XX. Oh man, I actually... Okay, this one's embarrassing. I would loiter around that store when I saw you go in there one time, just in case I would see you again. When I finally did see you, I panicked and bought a chandelier because I didn't want to seem like a stalker.
Aww. He giggled, thinking about it again.
I mean, I ended up getting your number, so it all worked out for me in the end.
March 1st, 2:03 p.m. You're behind the counter of an antique shop, sorting through a stack of mismatched receipts and polishing a glass display case that never seems to stay clean. The bell above the door jingles occasionally as customers wander in and out, but the afternoon has been slow. If today gets any quieter, you might fall asleep standing up. The bell jingles again. Welcome in. You look up.
Hi. Hello.
A man stands in the doorway, frozen mid-step like he didn't expect you to be there. He's wearing a shirt too thin for the weather, hair flowing down his back, eyes wide with panic. Cole? This was the same man from a few weeks ago who you met at the bar.
Hi. Yeah, hello. I'm here to shop.
That's so cute. This is so adorable. Shop for what? He glances around the store like he's searching for an excuse.
A chandelier.
A chandelier?
Yes.
You can't suppress a smile at his flustered behavior. It was clear he was here for you. He darts into the aisles, pretending to browse, picking up random objects and putting them back in the wrong places. You watch him from behind the counter, amused. You know, you can just say hi like a normal person. He pokes his head around a shelf.
I didn't want to seem like a stalker.
By coming in here and acting like a burglar? He disappeared behind a shelf, clearly embarrassed.
I panicked.
You laugh under your breath. After a moment, he reappears, holding the most ridiculous thing he could have possibly chosen. Oh! Did him face? He's like, here. He's so precious. He's precious. What happened? I mean, he's still cute, but what What happened to this precious baby?
I'll take this.
He sets it on the counter. I mean, if I had a way to hook it up, I would take that. That's neat. I could totally put a chandelier up. I could do that. I'm an adult. I can buy a chandelier if I want. It's a chandelier. Cole, this is one of the older ones we have. It's overly expensive for being so ugly.
Please ring it up anyway.
You side-eye him a bit before scanning the tag sticker on one of the candle holders, printing out the receipt as Cole fumbled with putting his card back into his wallet. Oh wait, he's rich. He probably doesn't even care.
So,
He started again, trying to seem more nonchalant than he truly was.
Do you think I could get your number? I've been keeping an eye out for you ever since the night we met.
The sheer honesty of the request made you double-take. Just a moment ago he was nervously paying for a ridiculous chandelier. Now he was asking for your number in the most forward way ever. Yeah man, I guess. You pull out a pencil as you scribble down your digits into the receipt. He flushes, rubbing the back of his neck.
I saw you worked here once, and then I kept coming back, just in case I'd see you again.
So you were loitering. You scoffed lightheartedly, holding out the receipt for him to take.
Strategically,
he agreed, visibly easing up as he took the small paper with tentative fingers. You shake your head, smiling despite yourself. That is so adorable. That would charm the pants off. Well, maybe not the pants. My pants would stay on, but that would definitely charm me. You're ridiculous.
But it worked.
He beams, clearly proud of himself. But the fluorescent lights flicker. The bustle of the streets distort. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. Aww. So I don't know if anything is different, but I wanted to go back and choose a few other things that I hadn't chose before. So last time I asked, where am I? Or no, I asked, who am I? I know, did I ask, what are you? What did I? Yeah, I asked, what are you? Where am I?
We're home. This house is a place I bought fresh out of high school. We spent a lot of time here together.
Really? What year is this, then?
It'll be our 2-year anniversary by the end of the week.
Oh.
Sometimes I wish you still remembered.
Oh. 2 years? I've been in this house for 2 whole years?
Oh, no. You've only started living with me a handful of months ago.
But then, why can't I remember a single day of any of it? Why don't I remember you? Yeah.
For your safety, of course. The things your mind had gone through, it was the safest option to have you forget.
Remember? What did I forget? Why can't I remember?
For your safety, of course.
Instead of walking around, what if I just stay put? Maybe it was best to keep an eye on Cole. After all, you weren't completely comfortable around him. You look around, seeing a modest living room right beside the kitchen. The severe lack of walls was kind of unsettling. If you looked around at any point of the house, you could see everything with little to no obstruction. You spot a hallway beside the staircase that leads upstairs. Maybe it's best to leave it alone for now. You walk towards a couch in the living room, taking a seat and waiting, just standing there with my hands in my lap. After a few moments, Cole finally emerges from the kitchen, immediately peeking into the hallway next to the stairs. So he was expecting me to be in the hallway trying to escape. Aww. He scanned the hall a little confused before his eyes landed on you, sitting peacefully on the couch in the living room behind him. He smiles, pleasantly surprised that you stayed close by.
Hi. Not gonna lie, I thought you were going to try and escape. You didn't want to look around the house?
I just wanted to chat a little more, if that's all right. Cole visibly lit up. Aww.
Of course, anything you want.
Hey, why do you have that apron? You glance down at the pink apron on the table. It's almost comical to look at, given the circumstances and the general mood of the entire house. Yeah, I just noticed, all the windows are boarded up too. Why do you have that apron?
Do you not like it?
No, I think it's adorable. I just didn't expect someone like you to wear anything like that.
Well, I typically don't. This is the only piece of clothing I own that's like this. You're actually the one that talked me into wearing it.
Aw, this was before I started losing my memory, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Was it recently? It looks brand new.
It's actually been just about a year since I bought it.
And it's that spotless?
Objection?
Don't you cook and clean with it every day?
Yes. But when I bought it, I told myself that if it got dirty at all in any way, I would have to kill myself on the spot.
That sound scared me. Don't do that. Don't you ever do that again. Also, don't joke about killing yourself. Don't do that. We'll buy you a new apron. Come on, it's not that serious. I'll still love you even without the apron. You blink. A little confused. Huh. That's nice, I suppose.
Oh, look at that. Dinner time.
Oh yeah, when you can ask about the people in the photo, and he asks if you recognize anyone, and you say you only recognize him, just barely. I did say, like, I'm gonna go back and say he's handsome, because I want to be nice on this playthrough, but what happens if I say, no, you weren't?
Ouch. My ego.
He genuinely looks like his feelings were hurt.
I'll have you know I was quite popular when I looked like that. You'd be surprised.
And let me go back and tell this man that he's cute. Yes. Very handsome. Hee. Ask him to lay down with you. Tee. Do you want to lay down with me? Just until I fall asleep?
I bet he gives great hugs.
There was a brief pause before Cole squeaks out a strangled noise.
Really? You're okay with that?
You nod, giving him the green light. And his hair's in little hearts, and it's I can't even. I have lost the ability to even, because him so precious. And I will take you home with me, and I will put ribbons in your hair. Cole hesitates for only a moment before lying on the mattress beside you. He was in the very edge of the bed, keeping respectful distance from you with his hands folded carefully in front of him. He looked like even breathing near you wrong would be a cardinal sin on his part.
Sweet dreams, my love.
How did he become even more precious? His voice is soft, almost reverent. You feel his fingers brush your arm, a fleeting, gentle touch before sleep pulls you under.
June 2nd.
Oh, we getting another flashback? You and Cole are wandering through a small weekend market, stalls crowded with handmade goods and the lazy chatter of people enjoying the sun. He's carrying a tote bag while you're carrying nothing but the easy weight of a morning with nowhere urgent to be. Well, that's lovely.
Look at this one.
He points at a stall full of novelty aprons, florals, stripes, and one that's so pink it seems to glow. Oh, is this what we bought the apron? Oh, God.
It's hideous. I love it.
You laugh, stepping closer to touch the frilly design. He plucks the pink apron off the rack and holds it up like a cape.
Imagine me in this.
Please don't. He grins, then, on a sudden impulse, slips the apron under his head and ties the strings behind him. Oh, precious, making a show of purposely accentuating his waist. Oh,
ta-da! Domestic god.
You can't help the smile that spreads across your face. He looks ridiculous, and somehow adorable. You look like you're about to host a baking show.
Would you watch?
only if you promise to let me eat whatever you make. He leans in, apron rustling, eyes bright and teasing.
Of course, anything for you.
The words land softer than the joke. For a second, the market noises fades. The world narrows to the two of you and the ridiculous pink fabric between you. You'd wear that just because I said it was cute?
If you say it's cute, I'll wear anything.
You tilt your head, smile slipping into something warmer. Then wear it at home. I want to see you in that when we make dinner tonight. Cole freezes, the playful mask falling away for a heartbeat.
Really?
Really, all domestic-like. He laughs, but there's a softness in his eyes that makes your chest ache.
All right, if you want me to wear it, I'll buy it.
He hands the apron to the vendor with a decisive nod, paying without hesitation as if the purchase were already sealed between you.
Consider it a promise.
You open your mouth to respond, but the stalls begin to melt. The chatter of other shoppers distort. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, and melt into darkness. All right, I think I got pretty much everything. I think I saw pretty much all the scenes, and if not, like 99% of them. Oh my gosh, Cole is so cute. What happened? What's going on? Is the Cole we're talking to still the Cole of the past, or is this a different entity that just has Cole's memories? And why does he want to keep us amnesiac? And yet he still seems very happy when we do have our memories back. If I did miss anything, please let me know. I would love another reason to keep playing this. And also, if you have an itch.io account, you can rate this game, which really helps out all the developers. And of course, if you would like to watch me play more amazing visual novels, feel free to peruse around my channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or interact in any way that's comfortable for you, because that really does help out my channel, and it brings us closer to 100,000 subscribers. I look forward to playing more of this game, but until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.